Hi friends, happy Sephora savings event week. I didn't forget about you. Let's talk skincare in today's video. I did makeup picks last week, but I'm getting lots of questions on skincare. You guys know, I love some skincare, and a lot of my very favorite choices are from Sephora. So it was hard, but I narrowed down my top from every category. Obviously, everybody's skin type is a little bit different, so I didn't want to just pick like one option for each one. So I'm challenging myself. I got a board, only what I can fit on here, and show you guys from each category. Let's do this. Let's talk favorite Sephora skincare. If you want to check it out, please keep watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for being here. Right on into it. I'm going to do my morning skincare while we talk about these. This little bad boy is not Sephora. It should be, but it is from Amazon, and I will still link it because it's amazing. Hold your hair back. Some of these I don't have options for because my favorites from that category are not from Sephora. But let me tell you, you will see a theme for some of my very favorite brands that I'm like talking about a lot of their stuff. And that's because they have a lot of fabulous products. And this is one of the brands that is now in Sephora that you will hear me talk about. Sophie Pavitt Face. These are her micellar cleansing pads, and they are about the only ones that I know of that she has a micellar cleansing pad. Now, I don't use these every day, but these are literally what I will grab when I want to travel. Micellar water does not travel well, right? They're usually just, they can spill. These are fabulous. So these are gonna be what I'm gonna use just to kind of give myself a quick cleanse for this morning. And you'll see my self-tan is coming off because I tanned yesterday. But you do not need a morning cleanse unless you need one. If you have dry skin, try skipping it, see how your skin reacts. If you have normal skin like me, maybe just use micellar water or splash your face with water. If you are oily, you might need a nice gentle cleanse to get off any oil that resurfaced overnight. So my cleanser in the morning, it's never anything more than a micellar. That is an optional step, so is the next one. So your second step in the morning would be the toner. And we all know the toner category can be vast, and it can be a lot of different things. It can hydrate, it can exfoliate, it can have actual actives in it. It can dress the skin, and any of these could also be used at night. So toner is always your second step in your routine. You always want to do most liquid to thicker as far as consistency, so that way the next step can penetrate through that step you just placed on your skin and be more effective. That's pretty much the only concept there. Let's see if I can balance this. Okay, I should have put like with like. Ooh, man. First, let's go over the category that's the most different. Tower 28. This is their SOS spray. You've probably seen me talk about it. It is their hypochlorous acid spray. Here is the caveat, kind of like a mild cleanser because it will kill the bacteria on your skin. So if you want to completely skip micellar water and you're being really lazy that day and you just want to cleanse and moisturize, you could totally just spray this on your face, add a moisturizer, be done. The only caveat is this will deactivate any antioxidants you put on afterwards. Meaning if you're like me and you're a vitamin C girly, you don't really want to spray this on, put on your vitamin C right after without letting this fully dry, or it will react with it and it's not going to hurt your skin, but it will render those antioxidants that you just placed on your skin useless. So let's not waste our money. Tower 28 is my, like, hypochlorous acid spray is my go-to when I'm like sweaty, can't really wash my face. Like, I keep one in my bag, like during my kids' baseball games, after working out. They're great for gym bags. My daughter keeps a small one in her gym bag at school because they get like no time in between, you know, weightlifting and the rest of their classes. So it is really great product to have on hand. They even have a smaller size. But any hypochlorous acid spray, this is just the one that made it famous, to be honest. You can also use this at night, but it is really good for those who have acne prone skin, especially if you haven't tried one, just see how your skin likes it. It might be a game changer. Next, let's go with most affordable. This is the Ordinary, their Milky Toner. Now, this isn't just a typical milky toner that's going to hydrate the skin. This actually has the word I can't say, Saccharomyces, I believe is how you say it, a ferment, and that will actually gently exfoliate the skin. In my opinion, this is an exfoliant that isn't so harsh that you need to be careful what you use with it. Like, this is very gentle. You can use this every day and you're not gonna see an issue. Speaking of milky toners, one of my very favorite of all time, the Laneige Cream Skin Toner. This is like a lightweight moisturizer. So usually this is the type I gravitate towards in the morning. If I use a micellar, I will just kind of spritz this on my face for that one like thin layer of hydration. So that way, when I put on my next step, it just kind of gives me an extra plumping to the skin, extra dose of hydration. You can buy a separate sprayer for something like this. This is what I'm going to apply today, actually. But this, my daughter has the sprayer in her room. Don't ask me why. But this is a very thin milky toner, in my opinion, compared to a lot of them on the market. So it makes it really easy to spray or just apply to the skin. The next one is a newer release from Summer Fridays. This is their Jet Lag Skin Soothing Hydration Mist. I find it a little pricey for the size, but I will be honest, I like to keep it where I put on my makeup, and I love this for travel. So some of these things are really bulky. You could buy a separate like travel size, but I always grab this for when I'm traveling, and the mist is one of the best. Very fine. If you like the jet lag mask, which I really do, it's just a nice hydrating mist, kind of like Laneige, to be honest. I would say they're very comparable in my opinion. The Ilia face base, if I was suggesting things, I would say I would skip this. This is the tiny bottle, probably the same size as, like, same price, close to the Summer Fridays. The big one is big, but it is expensive. And I will say I reach for the prequel one more than this. This isn't saying this isn't good. It is actually really good for a liquid moisturizer. I'd say it's more heavy than these two. It's more of like an in-between type texture. Next is if you have congestion. Alpine Beauty's Pore Perfecting Liquid. This is a 2% BHA. Very comparable to something like Paula's Choice liquid exfoliant. I don't have acne prone skin, so I don't tend to use these very often, only when I'm breaking out. So I can't use this on the daily. It's definitely a salicylic acid and it dries me out. But this is one of my favorite formulations of any BHAs. So if you're looking for one that's a really beautiful formulation, it's a little pricier, you can get it on sale this week. This would be my choice. And you don't necessarily need to use this daily. Start with once a week, see how your skin tolerates it. Now, one of the gentlest exfoliants, in my opinion, one of my very favorite brands from Sephora is the Edam Cashmere Peel. Gentle exfoliating. It's an AHA and PHA. I believe this is lactic and gluconolactone, which is a hydrating PHA. Hopefully I'm correct on that. I need to look. But this is a milky exfoliating toner. So I would take this, it's thicker, but you would put this on a cotton round and then just rub it all over the face. So if you feel like you wake up and your skin's a little rough and you need a little exfoliating, I would pick up something like this. Now, I wanna say I typically won't use strong exfoliating products in the morning because it will make you more susceptible to the sun, obviously. So something like this is about as strong, or this is like something about as strong as I would go for a morning part of my routine. Otherwise, if you're gonna go in with something a little bit more stronger exfoliant, like a glycolic acid, usually I would like move those to my nighttime routine so that my skin can kind of reacclimate and repair itself overnight. That way I'm not just going out and walking into the sun. Even if I do protect my skin with sunscreen like I do every day, it just gives you a little bit more protection, I'd say, if you use strong exfoliants during your nighttime routine. My toner recommendations, depending on what you're looking for and your skin type. I would say acne prone, dark spots. This is best for dark spots. This is a good gentle exfoliator for any skin type. This would be for more dry. All right, so after you tone is my favorite part of my regimen, at least, which is the serum step. I have a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about both ones I would use in day and some of them also great for night. Keep a few for only night, but these I think could easily go both directions, but I have a lot. So serums are one thing that I would say focus on what your goal is. This is what I would consider the corrective step. What is your biggest concern? And if you're like me and you have a little bit more of an advanced regimen and you like to use multiple serums because you have multiple concerns, you can either split them up into day and night or use them twice a day. So ones I would only use in the morning, I'm going to talk about first, which is vitamin C, which is the gold standard antioxidant. It helps anti-aging, dark spots, helps your sunscreen work better. So in my opinion, because of that, I only use it in the morning. So I'm blue in the face, but this is my probably favorite vitamin C I've ever used. And that's because as I've gotten older and my skin has changed, I can't use ascorbic acid, which is the pure form of vitamin C, as easily without irritation. So this is Dam's Citrus Glow. It's vitamin C and hyaluronic, but it is not ascorbic acid. It is a vitamin C derivative. Again, it's a nice milky thin texture. Can you sense a theme? I wish you guys could smell it. If you don't like fragrance, steer clear, but it smells like I just took a drink of OJ. Like it's perfect for the mornings. It's my favorite because it is very hydrating, very gentle. I can like straight up dermaplane my face and take off the top layer and still use this without it burning my skin off. Yes, I keep a bottle in my bathroom and in here, and I love this. It's become my holy grail vitamin C. So I can't recommend this one enough. If you have more rosacea sensitive skin like I do, I think you would really like it. One of the best from Sephora, I would say, would be this brand, which is Matter of Fact. They have really high technologies and formulations. Their price tag also is pretty high, so that's why it's a good time during the sale. But this is a 20% L-ascorbic acid, which is the pure form of vitamin C, but it also has ferulic acid, which has been shown in studies to be the best combination as far as anti-aging for mature skin. Now, this, I will say, because it has been formulated in a way that it is shelf stable way longer than most vitamin C's. Most vitamin C's will get dark in color and they get bad. This one is very much of like an oilier texture. So just know that a lot of times when you find a vitamin C that is shelf stable, the texture might be a little bit different, not as elegant to apply. And that's for the stability, because vitamin C goes bad in water, goes bad when light and air hits it. And so it can be really hard to formulate with, but it is the gold standard. It is more sensitizing to the skin as well though. So just know that. And if you've tried a vitamin C and it's been pure ascorbic acid, like you see L-ascorbic acid on the ingredients, that is pure vitamin C. Anything else, which there are a lot of different forms of vitamin C's, and there are benefits to each of them. So I'm not saying that any is better, but the most studies have been done on L-ascorbic for mature skin. And so that's why you see that as the gold standard. Textures can be a little different. They will go bad. Some of my very favorite ones that are more affordable, they don't have the isolation technologies that make them more expensive to make them stay better on the shelf for longer. So just know sometimes when you pay a higher price tag, it's because you will to use it for a longer period of time. So if you haven't tried one that is really shelf stable and has no silicones in it, which some of the other good ones on the market that aren't at Sephora are silicone based. This one is not. Okay, the rest of my serums are gonna be more specific as they fall in my lap. All right, so let's talk about specific ones. One of my favorite brands that is now available at Sephora is the Outset. This is actually Scarlett Johansson's skincare brand. And I'll be honest, I was very surprised at how good it is. That sounds bad, but like, there's a lot of celebrity skincare brands that aren't worth it. All of her stuff has been very good. In fact, you want a very simple routine. I'll show you the cleanser here in a second and the moisturizer. There's a 3-step cleanse, prep serum, moisturizer, all silicone free, all amazing ingredients, really great formulations that have clinical studies that show that it has like firmed and plumped the skin and hydrated, and this is one of those. It's great for mature skin, but this is a really great prep serum. Great for under makeup. Dew is one of the brands I'm sure you've heard of me talk about a million times, and I might have everything that they make in this lineup because everything they make is absolutely fantastic. This is Deliverance, which is their Trinity serum. Peptide serum, antioxidant serum. It will calm the skin. It's incredible. I'd say this is an all-around, all-encompassing, good for anyone's skin type serum. Anti-aging, calming, it does it all. So, can't go wrong with Deliverance. This is a new to me serum. This is Dr. Idris, the Depuffer. It's got a really cool like applicator to, it stays cold, to roll it on. So you kind of click it, you squeeze a little bit, and then you click it back and you roll it on. But this is a depuffer. Now it's also good for redness. So you guys know I'm a rosacea girly, but also this is the perfect morning serum. I wouldn't say I would use it at night, only in the mornings, because it will depuff when your face feels swollen, right? And we all have those mornings. So I use it typically around the eye areas where I swell the most, and I'll use it there. And it's also good for redness and kind of cooling if you have a rosacea flare up. So that's a really fun one to grab now. One from her brand, which I'll go ahead and mention, is the Hyperfade Serum. Again, love the packaging. You just kind of squeeze it on. In fact, I'll use some of this today. This is her Dark Spot Serum. In fact, she has an entire Major Fade line for dark spots. So if dark spots are a concern of yours, kind of like me, then this is the one I would recommend from Sephora. And I believe it's this one that when you buy it, it even comes with a refill. So you have like 2 and 1 is fresh, which I think is really cool. So that is the Major Fade Hyper Serum. I would pick that. Oh my gosh, that's just not gonna stand up. I would pick the Hyper Serum over this one if I had to pick. Now, this is a really great formulated serum. This is Faded by Topicals Brightening and Clearing Serum. I just could not get past the smell. So sometimes when you're using a product and they don't add any fragrance, so people don't have fragrance reactions, because that's the only reason for not putting a fragrance in something, it can have the other effects of smelling really bad and people not being able to stand it. I am a little bit more sensitive to bad smells. I can't get over this smell. So this one that I just put on, no scent. That's what I'm looking for. 2 of my favorite from one of my favorite brands. This is the new Calm the Red Down. This would be my other option for redness other than this. This is more depuffing. Oh my gosh, this was a bad idea, guys. This is more depuffing. This one is more color correcting. So my redness is not real extreme at the moment, but it has the coolest technology where you can just squirt out the clear one and get that side, which is a redness and repair barrier treatment. And let me tell you, it's really calming. I've had some flare-ups and tried this, and I was shocked at how quickly my redness went away. And then the green side is literally just that. And it's green, and it will help color correct. Now, I'll be honest, the first time I didn't read the instructions, and I just squirt them both out together, and then I put them on. I don't think you're supposed to do that. I think you're supposed to use one or the other. But I was like, dang, that got rid of my redness and instantly. Like, I don't think you're supposed to mix, but guess what? It works. Just put a little bit of that on there. It's good. The only thing is that I believe it's the green size does have silicone, so just a heads up on that. And then one of my favorite copper peptide serums. This is in Beauty's Elastic Skin. This is such a beautiful formulation. I need to use the other hand. It's blue from the copper. It is another milky serum. Like, have I ever met a milky serum I didn't like? It goes on so beautifully. And again, it's just a really great, it's got vegan snail mucin, so it's super hydrating, instantly plumps, very lightweight. And again, it has copper peptides, which is one of the best peptides for mature skin as well. This is great for firming up the skin. So this would be one of my picks for us mature skin. This is the other one. This is Biossance. Is that how you say it? Biossance Squalane Firm and Lift Dual Serum. This is their newest release, and I haven't been using it a super long time. Can you see the bubbles? I feel like you can't. I feel like you can't unless you see the light. And you shake it, and it feels amazing. I will be honest. It's supposed to firm your skin in as little as 10 days, and it's got nothing but rave reviews. So I just got it, so I'm still testing it, but I'd say this is a really good option if you're looking for something that's very hydrating, and that's what you're looking for is skin firmness quickly. And who doesn't like instant gratification? I know I do. Anything that's like 10 days, I'm like, sold. Let me try it. Let's see if it's worth the hype. So one last time, serums. Vitamin C derivative, pure ascorbic acid, dark spots, but I'd recommend this one. Great all around, just great hydrating serums for any skin type. Redness and puffiness, redness, mature skin. There's our serums. And any of these I'd say could be used both day and night, except I wouldn't recommend the vitamin C's at night or the depuffer. And really, there's no point to using the green side for redness at night, in my opinion. So I'd maybe stick both of these to the morning only category. Okay, let's talk eye creams. I've been getting the most questions about eye creams that I'd recommend for the Sephora sale. Here are my options. Who thought that this board was a good idea? Okay, first, the brand new In Beauty Extreme Eye. I was gonna put this on so you guys can see what I'm talking about as far as thickness. It's one of the richest eye creams I think I've ever used. And every time I use it, I'm like, dang, it is so hydrating. So Extreme Cream, you guys know I'm gonna be talking about that next. I'm telling you, I just keep trying to get the smallest pump out possible because that, which is smaller than a pea, is enough for both of my eyes. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and dot it. It is so hydrating. It's like instant moisture. Now, as long as I keep the amount really small, I can use it under makeup. you just kind of want to not put it on and then immediately go in with makeup. In my opinion, I feel like it could make things slip if you're putting on what you normally put on for any other eye cream, but this one is just so hydrating and like rich. I don't know how else to describe it. It's so good. So I went over some of these already in my makeup prep before last week, but so I'll go over it fast. One of my very favorites, can you guys do? Oracle. Now this one, if you are the opposite and you're like, Sarah, I don't like rich creams, this is what you want. This is Oracle. It is a gel and it is like thin and it absorbs quickly and it feels so lightweight and hydrating. It has peptides. It has everything you'd want in an eye cream. To me, this is one of the best day or night, and pair it with the Dew Eye Masks and you are good to go. Like if you don't have these yet, what are you waiting for? My very favorite. This is the Forever Eye Mask. You buy them once, they'll last forever. They do work like you can use them with any eye cream, anything, but they work really well with this gel type consistency. And you just, if I can get this out, oh, it's because I put them in upside down, but you just pop them on underneath. And what it does is it slows down the absorption. And something about that plumps up the fine lines under my eyes like nobody's business. I typically only use these in the morning, or if I'm like, have a night event and I'm like getting ready and I have time to really like plump up that area. Otherwise, there's no point to kind of like making your under eyes look amazing and then going straight to bed. They are incredible. Like it makes me not want to spend money on disposable ones because I'm like, why when I can use a forever one and it literally lasts forever. The next three are morning only. I talked about this Inculus caffeine. It does have hydrating ingredient. It's that caffeine. Caffeine is the ingredient to look for if you wake up with puffy under eyes like I do. It will constrict that and depuff quicker than anything. This is one of the most affordable eye creams you can get that works, in my opinion. It has the caffeine. It's very gel-like the Dew. These two, I'd say, are the best choices if you have depth and darkness under the eyes and you're looking for an immediate camouflage. Now, we all know there's not a whole lot you can do for dark circles because it depends on what kind of dark circles you have, whether they're hereditary, whether it's hyperpigmentation. All of those causes, therefore, need different remedies. But these both will give a little bit of color correction at the same time. The Alpine Beauty Instant Eye Bright Eye, it also has peptides in it. So this is I'd say this is more anti-aging. And the In Beauty Bright and Tight also, but this has ingredients in it to depuff because it's got caffeine, vitamin C and tranexamic acid, also to work on hyperpigmentation if that is what's causing your dark circles. And it has peptides, so it's all in one. It does have silicones though, and this one does not. So the Alpine is the peachier one, and then the Bright and Tight is this orangier one. So they both have, again, kind of like Magic Mango. It's all in the undertones and what will color correct. So I would say the Alpine one is going to be better for the darker your dark circles are, and this is going to be for lighter skin tones, in my opinion, from what I can see. Go ahead and go in with the last one. I would say is my choice for mature eyes overnight. You could use this twice a day. I would say work your way up to it because this is a retinol eye cream. So this is the Murad Retinol Resculpt Eye Treatment. It's so good. It's like a very thick, luxurious cream, but it definitely could cause some irritation if you've never used a retinol or anything near your eyes before, because this is stronger than retinol. It is a retinaldehyde. So I'd start once a week, work your way up. But I would probably only use this at night. I typically only use retinoids at night. Here are my eye recommendations. The most hydrating, the best for depuffing, budget-friendly, dark circles and more mature eyes, fine lines. and this would be my best overall. This dew combo, when in doubt, it's got it all. The next category is probably the hardest for me. It is moisturizers. There are so many good moisturizers on the market. And I will just preface this by saying, in your morning routine, you don't necessarily need one. Like, my skin already feels hydrated from toner and a couple serums, and I have yet to put on a sunscreen, which sunscreens all are moisturizer based. So if you get enough hydration, especially in the summer, from your sunscreen, skip the moisturizer. I'd much rather have you skip the moisturizer than your sunscreen, all right? If putting an additional layer on with the sunscreen is gonna be too much, please just skip a moisturizer. Okay, I'm gonna just split them into two categories. Here is silicone free. All these would be good under saint, non-saint, lever. I'm gonna go through what I think the best would be for each. There's a lot. But I've been testing moisturizers for quite some time, and a lot of these are glass bottles, so let me just go. I have talked about In Beauty Extreme Cream so many times, I can't even tell you. If you want a glass skin look to your face, if you want firming and lots of peptides, anti-aging, this has become one of my holy grails. Literally one of the best moisturizers of all time that I can use under makeup and still put on sunscreen and get the most gorgeous hydrated glow. It is everything. Like I said, the outset, this is an amazing moisturizer, glass bottle, really high, luxe. I love the entire brand. I'd say that 3 steps is all you need, morning and night. They even have a cream, but this is good for under makeup, in my opinion. The cream would be more like a nighttime step. All right, I talked about this in the last video. This one is one of my favorites for makeup prep. Just gives a really great soft finish to the skin. Layers really well under SPF as well. Best budget friendly, one of my favorites, Omega Water Cream by Inky List. It's so good. It's just a nice gel moisturizer. Really good if you have oily skin or you're just looking for a budget friendly silicone free moisturizer. It's amazing. Damn Mochi Cream, or Mochi. I can't get these names right. Luminous Cream. This is one of the best moisturizers I've ever used. I feel like it is like really hydrating, yet it's not so thick that you can't use it both under makeup and at night. Brand, and everything I've tried from them is just very, very nice. Again, another matter of fact, they have great silicone-free products if you're looking for anything. This one is more like their minimalist hydrating moisturizer. I'd say it's more gel, better for summer or oily skin types, combination skin. They have a maximalist as well that I personally, with normal skin, would use more for nighttime. This one, I could use both, but it is like a thinner consistency. Really great ingredient profile and formulation. Surprise, surprise. This is my other holy grail as far as moisturizers go. Dew Instant Angel is the GOAT. I mean, you guys have probably heard me talk about it 100 times. I can use this under makeup. I can use it. Anytime my skin is mad at me, I go back to this. Clears it up overnight. And oh my gosh, if you've seen their latest clinicals with this, I'm just like, why do you need Botox? Just use this every night. It's amazing for mature skin. I can't say enough good things about it. Summer Fridays has a rich cushion cream. I believe both of their moisturizers are silicone free. So if you like Summer Fridays, they have some great skincare. And then one of my favorites for a barrier repair is Alpine Beauty. Again, super peptide and ghost barrier repair. Peptides for anti-aging, great formulation. I love this one. All these glass bottles are making my wrist hurt. There's moisturizers. Silicone free, you can wear it under makeup. I would say if you're looking for thinner consistencies for under makeup, these are a little bit thicker. I typically use these at night. I'd say for my normal skin, these would probably be the best to layer underneath an SPF. If you have oilier combination skin, because you're looking for that gel type consistency, that isn't gonna make your face feel heavy. I put the Merit on last time, so I'm gonna put on the Outsets. This is their Nourishing Squalane Daily Moisturizer. I don't feel like I need a lot of hydration right now. This is very like cooling almost, very gel-like. Definitely something I would reach for in the summer for me, or in winter. I would almost layer this under a thicker moisturizer. Like this would almost be like an additional serum step, if that makes sense. Okay, I already went over SPF options in pretty good detail the last video, but here are my favorite options from Sephora. There are some new ones that, I'll be honest, I just ordered. Haven't gotten my first Sephora order yet, so stay tuned, I will review them. But Kosas, Lightsaver, both of these are mineral and silicone free. If I picked one, I would definitely pick Lightsaver. It is like my holy grail mineral. I find that Kosas, if I was to put this many layers and then put this on, it would probably pill underneath my makeup, which I don't like. So I would usually, this is probably why I talk about this one so much. It's got this beautiful whipped texture. It is a dream to put on. It's amazing. Then we have In Beauty and Glow Screen. These are all more of this shimmery. Kosas does have a shimmery tinted version. These are tinted, and you guys were nice enough to tell me that they have a medium color now. So I must try that immediately. This is the fair medium and the medium deep, but now they have a medium, which is probably my perfect shade. And then Glow Screen, I wear Golden Hour. I wear this year round. I love it. But again, if you put too much on, which you're supposed to over apply sunscreen, it can pill as well. That is due to the mica in these type of formulations that give it that shimmer. So just a heads up, sometimes you have to be a little bit careful. You can't rub too much. There are a lot of different things that can cause pilling. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go in with the In Beauty Mineral Sun Glow in the fair medium. I love the just overall finish, even though this is light for me. It gives the most amazing color. I don't know. It just makes my skin look good. And isn't that what we want? Like, who wants to put on a sunscreen if it just makes your skin look worse? For tinted ones, it's hard to get your ears. So I go back and forth. Tinted is better for dark spots, but it makes it harder when you're applying it to your full face, neck. Try not to get it on clothes. Now, I did just pick up a new Shiseido. This is my favorite. Holy grail. Always probably, and I keep trying new ones, but I always go back to this sunscreen stick over makeup. So say I put on makeup. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this. It's a clear, the number of these I've gone through, I can't even tell you. Clear sunscreen stick. Sticks are fine as long as you know you have to apply it very generously. Research has shown 4 swipes to every area to deposit enough of the sunscreen on that. So I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'd move around. So that's what I do. I can tell you, I can use this on my children and they've never gotten burnt. I just make sure I am applying it adequately, but this is my favorite. So good. You can get it at Sephora. I'm gonna attempt to stand these up. Next is lips. Okay, first we're gonna go most budget friendly, The Ordinary Lip Balm. It's just a great lip balm. I mean, if you're looking for a new one, it's kind of, I do like the shape. It's very unique and it's great to just kind of throw in your bag I keep these around the house. Glossy, I shared this one in last video. I love the Outsets. This is their Lip Oasis. I would say the only thing is applicator takes a little bit to get used to. You kind of have to squeeze it out, and if you release, it can kind of suck some of it back in. So just make sure you release and get enough and build up from there. It's got a beautiful, really, really glassy. If you load this up, has great clinicals over 30 days. If you look at the difference, it can gradually plump your lips, which I'm always looking for. Instant Plumper, Dr. Dennis Gross. This is my current holy grail. Makes my lips super red, so I do layer it over this so it isn't, otherwise I have to color correct around my entire mouth. And if I'm not wearing makeup, like right now, I look crazy. Look like I've just been eating a red popsicle. And then my holy grail, I can't tell you how many of these I have, literally. I will say I have every single color, and I just ordered the newest one. Some are in my car, some are in my purse, but this is my holy grail peptide lip, and I've tried them all. Ole Henriksen, they've never sent me one. I've bought them all myself, and I will continue to buy every single color. Every time they come out with a shimmer, I buy them all. They're by far, I don't know, something about them, the most comfortable. They have the best cushion. They have some colors, but they're pretty sheer, so you can just kind of throw them on. Like here, like this one is like a purpley one, which looks very purple, right? But they're all very sheer, kind of a wash of color, but they last on my lips. And that is what most products don't do. My honorable mention will be Summer Fridays. This is my daughter's favorite. I also have almost every shade. They have probably more color payoff in their brighter tones. We like all the nice neutral ones, the pink ones, this one, what is it called? Vanilla beige. They have clear ones. They feel also very nice and cushiony on the lips. So these are our two favorites. My daughter's favorite is Summer Fridays. My favorite is Olay. Those are my picks for daytime lip treatments. Let's move to nighttime. Same premises. We're going to cleanse, serum, concern step, moisturize, and we have some optional things in between. First of all, if you're gonna wear makeup or sunscreen, which you should at least be wearing sunscreen, you need to double cleanse. Doesn't mean that you can't use the same gentle cleanser twice or use a micellar water or anything like that. My preference is usually an oil or balm cleanser. My chemist brain always just thinks like dissolves like. That's one of the first principles we learn in chemistry class. So when you're wearing makeup, an oil will dissolve that and get off the makeup or the sunscreen, and then you can just use your second cleanse as cleansing your skin and making sure everything's fully removed, including the cleanser, the first cleanser. I really simplified this one, okay? Balm or oil. I'll share all of my favorites down below, but Glow Recipe has always been my go-to for an exfoliant, gentle exfoliation. So if I need to remove my makeup and I also feel like my skin is just a little rougher than normal, the Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm. It uses fruit enzymes to gently kind of lift some of that dead skin off. It's one of the most refreshing, I don't know, it's just one of my favorite. It's like sensorial, is that the word? It smells good, it feels great. I can tell a difference after using it. So it's always been one of my very favorites. Hey Beauty, can't go wrong. The Then I Met You also has an amazing cleansing balm. Pharmacy and Elemis also have kind of like standards in the cleansing balm world, is some of the best in the market, and both of them are at Sephora. So here we come with the Outset. This is one of my favorite cleansers of all time. I don't know what it is. It is gentle. It's like a gel, but it is their gentle micellar antioxidant cleanser. And it's like a gel. I've used this as a double cleanse. I've used this once as my only cleanse to see if I'd break out. and my skin loves it. It's fragrance free. It feels amazing. And this comes in that 3-part step. And I'd say this is the only cleanser you need. If you really want to go with something really simple and effective, this cleanser is fabulous. Now, I do use this every once in a while, and this is the Dermalogica. I like the Daily Milk Foliant. They have other ones that are a little bit more exfoliating. For my very sensitive, active skin, I like this one because it's calming oat based. Now, this is a powder, and you put it in your hand, and then you get it wet, and it's got little granules. It exfoliates, and then it kind of suds up and it cleanses at the same time. So this is a really fun option. This is the small size, so you can try it, see if you like it before you get the big kahuna. I love Sephora because it has so many great products in smaller sizes that you can try before committing to. Some of them are more expensive, right? A lot more expensive. So I do like this, and I don't use it all the time that I need a big one. I use it, you know, once every couple of weeks as needed. And of course, there's also Dr. Idris has her own gentle cleanser, and Do also has their gentle cleanser. Like I said, their lines, you can do no wrong. All of their products are very good. And then so is Sophie Pavitt Face. Her gentle cleanser is, again, so good. I always recommend a gentle cleanse unless you're looking for something specific, like an exfoliant, like you need an exfoliation for that step and you don't want to use an exfoliant next. So double cleanse, remove your makeup or sunscreen with whatever you want, a balm, an oil, micellar water, or use a gentle cleanser twice. Okay, I'm trying to simplify for the nighttime. Like I said, everything I showed earlier, all of those toners, you can use any of them at night, okay? You don't need them twice a day. Hear me on that. Don't use them twice a day unless it's just a hydrating toner and you want to get an extra dose of hydration and you have dry skin. But you don't need something that's going to clarify your pores twice a day. It's a great way to dry out your skin super fast. So I typically at night will either hydrate the skin or skip it and use that as my exfoliation night. Now, I do skin cycle, so I do only use an exfoliant probably 2 times a week, sometimes 3 if my skin needs it. I feel like exfoliation is very personal. You either like using a toner daily that's nice and gentle, that is going to slowly speed up your skin cell turnover process, and you like that it's just a daily routine and you do the same thing every day. Or you might like having a different process, and then just like you have something specifically you use a couple days a week. My now holy grail is definitely this Sophie Pavitt Face Mandelic Clearing Serum. Now, this is like, Sophie Pavitt is an esthetician who is known for acne prone skin. So I never thought I needed this because I'm not acne prone. I break out usually that hormonal time of the month, but this, because my skin is so sensitive and so reactive, and I have so many issues with exfoliants being too harsh for my skin and causing me to flare up my rosacea, I have been looking for an exfoliant that I can use multiple times a week forever. I'd never tried Mandelic. You don't see mandelic acid very often. So it is an AHA, but it is a very gentle AHA, and that is what my skin needs. Mandelic, and then what's in this, which is lactic. I love PHA. Anytime you see PHA, that is even gentler than AHAs. And usually those are also great humectants, meaning they're gonna hydrate at the same time. That being said, the glow I have the day after I use this makes me want to use it every day. I don't typically use it every day because I don't use this at the same time as a retinoid yet. I would love to get to the point where my skin is happy doing that, but I'm not there yet. And if you're a beginner in skincare, I would say do not push it and do not try to use a retinoid and an exfoliant on the same night. Just don't do it. When you are an experienced retinoid user, an experienced acid user, then you can slowly work your way up. I'm an experienced user of both, but my skin, like I said, has changed through the years, and I just can't do what I used to do. So This is by far my favorite. If you are looking for a serum exfoliant and you have sensitive skin, or if you have acne prone skin, this is absolutely incredible. I've never had any irritation, and I wake up with glowing skin, which is always my goal. I want to just wake up like that every day, right? Okay, enough said. Now, I also really love a good pad. Something about an exfoliating pad. And if I had to pick one, and I've shared before my love for pads, I have many, I'd pick Elemis, because the main acid in this is lactic. This is why so many people can use these dynamic resurfacing facial pads every single day. And that's because they're lactic acid, which is a gentle AHA. They're good for dry skin and mature skin. So I do really like these pads. I can't personally use them every single day, but I could probably work up to it if that was my goal. If you love a good pad, if you think pads are wasteful, I'd say going with the serum. This would be my recommendation. And again, if you have congestion or dark spots, there are different specific ones you can use at this step, because all of these are technically exfoliants, okay? Just exfoliants come in different forms. They can come in toner forms, they can come in serums, they can come in pads, and it can get a little confusing. You just have to pick what your favorite method is to use. Obviously, I've tried them all, and I like using toners in the morning for gentle exfoliation. I like using serums or pads at night. Just a personal preference. Now, while we're on the topic of exfoliants, I'm just going to talk about a couple of my favorite treatments that are also exfoliants, and this is another option. If you don't want to worry about cycling, if you don't want to worry about, well, I got to use a serum this day, and what day did I use it, and like, do I need to, if that confuses you, find something you can use as more of a treatment and just use it once a week. You might be able to use it more than that. For me and my skin, I typically use it once a week. So dark spots are my biggest concern. And again, I have maturing skin, meaning my skin cell turnover has slowed down. I need help getting that glow back to my skin, which means getting off the top layer of dead skin. Major Fade Flash Mask is one of the other parts of her line for dark spots, and it's an exfoliating AHA mask. I believe this has numerous, glycolic, lactic, tranexamic acid, but it also has glycerin in it to hydrate. So this is a great mask. It's a gel. You just put it on, 10 minutes, wash it. A holy grail for so many people. Now, these are pricey, so this is a great time to get it. The Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Peel Pads. There are 3 different kinds. These are the normal. They also have ones for sensitive skin, and they also have ones that are like extra strength. So I could never use those. These I can use, but at max once every couple of weeks. So I would like to try these sensitive ones, seeing if I could use them more, but they are amazing. Kind of like no fail way to get like an at-home peel, meaning there's 2 different steps. There's 2 pads. It's really easy. You just follow the instructions. You use pad 1, which is pretty much the exfoliant. Leave it on for like a couple of minutes, and then you use the next pad, and it kind of like deactivates all that acid. You don't have to wash your face or anything after that. Leave it overnight, and you will most definitely wake up with glowing skin. These are what I pack when I have an event and I'm traveling. Something about travel always makes my skin real messed up, like the dehydration you get from cabin air on an airplane is like no other. And this will get off all of that. Oh, it's so good. So these would be my 2 treatment options. If you don't mind every other day type situation, or if you want a once a week exfoliation, just get her done on every Sunday and just be done for the week, I'd recommend something like that. Okay, once you double cleanse, exfoliate your skin, you can go right on into your serum step. Now, I talked about a lot of serums for the morning. Any of those, again, except the ones I called out, can also be nighttime. You don't need separate ones, but there are a couple things that I typically mostly use at night. And obviously the first one is going to be a retinoid. Now there are a lot of retinoids. I would say if you're looking for budget friendly, go with The Ordinary. They're available at Sephora. They are very affordable, and there's different types depending on if you are brand new, or what I would recommend starting with, a retinol. This is the Murad line, same as the eye cream I showed. They even have body care now, so that you can literally firm up all the crepey skin everywhere. That's what I've been planning to do. I'm using the body under my arms currently. There are so many great things from this line. I love retinol. It is my favorite retinoid, especially for sensitive skin girls like me. So this is the Retinol Resculpt Overnight Treatment. And this would be what I would recommend. Also, if you're not into retinoid, any of the peptide serums are perfect for overnight. So one thing I will use both morning and night are peptide serums. They're the one serum that you can use at any time. Hydrating serums, peptide serums, use it at any time, use it with anything else. It's only going to help your skin. The other thing is I would recommend having in your arsenal is a good barrier repair serum. Now this Skin Fix Barrier Plus Collagen Activating Serum is a good, I would say, barrier, hydration, anti-aging type serum all in one. Most barrier serums on the market are very hydrating. And again, especially in today's market, most are also what we would consider anti-aging. My favorite barrier serum, I would say, is one of the most affordable ones there is, and it's The Ordinary. Soothing and Barrier Support. It is the one that is hot pink. And this has saved my skin more times than you can count. When I had my eczema flare up, this is the one thing that I could use and see a noticeable difference. This is really good, and the price tag can't be beat. So I would say if you don't have a barrier serum in your arsenal, you're gonna regret it when you have something weird happen to your face. If you've ever had that happen, you know how important it is to have something that can help heal you faster, because there's no worse feeling in the world when your skin reacts to something and you don't know what to put on it to make it go away as fast as possible. I've had way too many of those moments in my life, especially being a skincare content creator. It's inevitable. So. Retinoids, I'd say only at night. You can definitely use a barrier serum both morning and night. Any of your morning serums that you want to incorporate at night. If you're wanting to layer up on serums, you can most certainly do that. Overnight, I like to go to bed like a glazed donut. I typically do layer a couple of serums before my moisturizer. Just pick the two things that you want to focus on the most. Okay, let's go over a few more moisturizers. I know I gave you a lot of options already, but I just had to give shout outs to some of these. Murad line. Okay, they have an entire line for very sensitive skin. And let me tell you, I've tried it all. It's called Heartleaf Calming Cream. It's all Heartleaf Calming line. It is no fragrance, the gentlest stuff imaginable. They have a cleanser, they have this, they have an eczema cream. They even have a gentle exfoliant serum. So if you've tried something like this, and even this is too strong for you, they have one. So it's this kind of white and purplish line. It's so good. So if you're looking for that, if you're very sensitive, Sarah, I can't use any of this. This has fermentation technology and microalgae ceramide blend to calm reactive skin. When my skin is reactive now, I grab this stuff. So just an option. Their cellular hydration repair line is one of the most hydrating lines I've ever used in my life. And I'm very sad because I cannot find their mask on Sephora's website anymore. And it is my favorite overnight moisture. I need a hydrating mask. It's my favorite and I can't find it. So I don't know if it got discontinued or what, but they have a serum that is amazing. If you have dry skin, serum, and then this cream, game changer. Now I wanted to mention this because this is the other part of her major fade system. So this is Dr. Idris's line. So this is the once a week mask, her daily dark spot serum. And if you want a cream that you can use both day and night and you don't need an additional vitamin C, she does have a vitamin C moisturizer. So this is a vitamin C derivative. It says which one. I don't think it says which one on the back. I believe it's THD ascorbate, but I could be wrong. But it is a derivative. So if you wanted to skip vitamin C in the morning, this is a really great moisturizer that also will kind of help this work even better in conjunction with. So that's a really great one. And it's not super thick. It's not thick and it's not super thin. I'd say it's more on like the gel side. Now my favorite, one of my very favorites, and you guys have had me talk about this many a times in my K-Beauty video. You guys, Astura is now in Sephora. Have you guys noticed how much K-Beauty is coming to Sephora? I'm here for it. One of my favorite moisturizing creams of all time. This is the Astura Aloe Barrier 365 cream. You can get it on Amazon, but yes, now it's available at Sephora and they have a lot more of the line that I can't wait to try. So they have a mist, they have a cleanser, all of this things. I don't know if you could see the little capsules, little ceramide capsules on my skin, and then they like burst as you rub it in. Whew. Again, this is another one that I will grab when my skin is freaking out if I just want a really good hydration. One of my holy grails. So I said my holy grail probably, and it's gonna be these three. I prefer this one for under makeup. This one is kind of just a go-to anytime I need it at night. And then this one when my skin is really dry, or I'll be honest, sometimes I've even layered these. I mean, can't get enough of a good moisturizer. These are both so good. I don't know if I could pick a favorite, to be honest, but this is a new find for this year. And I've been using Dew for a really long time. So the other thing is their Air Angel Hydrating Gel Cream. So this is their newest moisturizer, but this is a gel, straight up gel, and it is meant for oilier skin types. To me, like I said before, I layer this like a hydrating serum under this. So this winter, when I was dry, this would be my last two steps in my night routine. I would use, my retinoid, whatever, and then I'd use this and then this to kind of seal it in, top it. Amazing combination. If you have very dry skin, you would love that. This does have silicones in it though, but it would make a really great moisturizer for summer or for those with combo or oily skin because of that gel formulation. I think I'm sponsored by some of these brands, but I am not. But I can tell you, when I like something from a brand, I want to try more from that brand. And if the next thing is just as good, I keep buying everything that they come out with. So on launch day, I've been using this technique before I even saw a video of her explaining it. The whole using a gentle AHA acid to exfoliate your lips, and then she calls it basting. I've always just put a really good lip mask on overnight. So Dr. Shireen Idris is the one who kind of started this basting technique of your lips when you've got like crusty lips and you want to be able to wake up perfectly glowing lips. And so she came out with this duo, and I just saw that it is on Sephora's website now, not just on hers. So I bought this on launch day. This is her barrier-based lip peel, and it comes on a little roller ball, and it has gentle AHAs to kind of help lift up that dead skin on your lips, because if you don't know, our lips just don't shed dead skin like the rest of our face does. And so you kind of have to help it along. So that's what this does. This is a peel for your lips. And then once you let that dry on your lips, you put on her barrier based. She calls it basting. It's pretty much a really great lip balm. I love this balm. It's slightly tinted, like I don't know, but it is one of the most cushiony balms I've ever used. My only caveat is I wish these were bigger tubes. They're tiny. They're 10 milliliters each, 0.3 fluid ounces. They're small. Besides that, I think they're really good. So for a nighttime, I'm always looking for Holy Grail night. I can see a difference when I use this 2 steps overnight and I wake up and my lips are much better. So this is a great option if you have very peely lips like mine. There you go. Another one from Dr. Idris. All right, last but not least, I already talked about a couple of treatments, but I gotta at least mention a couple more. One is a Holy Grail and one is new to Sephora. So, Clarins. I've talked about this before, but it's been a while. The V Facial Intensive Wrap Depuffing. This, I'll be honest, I save for special occasions. It's a little pricey, but man, does it work. It is the best depuffer, like next day after hungover treatment you could possibly imagine. Puffs your face, but it also really brightens your face. Like, it's good for the skin. It's not just a depuff, but I'd say if this is tempting, this would be an amazing treatment. So this is more of like, buy once, use it when you need it. I wouldn't necessarily use it every day, but that's just me. It is really good for your skin as well. So I apply it everywhere, not just where I need to depuff. And then they've already changed the packaging, but I had stocked up during one of the Amazon sales. But now Biodance is in Sephora too. I told you guys, K-Beauty is gonna take that place over. So this is the collagen like hydrogel, and you wait and then it turns clear and then you peel it off. Now, I will tell you a couple things about this. Do they work? 100%. They're very deceiving. It's saying like low molecular weight collagen. Collagen will never penetrate your skin. Way too big of a molecule. But that doesn't mean it doesn't do anything. It just doesn't replace collagen or anything like that. It is very hydrating. So this really does have a lot of hydrating ingredients. And then it's got this galactomyces ferment filtrate. I mean, it's got great ingredients in it, but this is to be used over your hydrating skincare steps. And then you have to be willing to leave it on a good 3 to 4 hours. I can't sleep in these, but I do use them before events if I want my skin to look really good. If I'm just having a day and my face needs a reset and I'm gonna be staying home, I will put one of these on. But you wanna wash your face, put on a few layers of hydrating ingredients, maybe your favorite milky toner, favorite hydrating serum. I don't really put on a lotion. I typically just put on, like, no moisturizers or anything. I just put on my serum steps and then I put this in, it'll lock it in. And when you remove it, I'm telling you, your skin looks like glass, looks amazing. It will look amazing under makeup. And we all know great makeup comes from a great skincare regimen underneath it, right? So if you've never tried these, you can get them on Amazon, but you probably get them on sale right now during this Sephora sale. They now have this brand, which is exciting. Okay, so this is for everyone that thinks that was way too much information. I narrowed it down. If I had to pick my top favorites, I would say Papaya Enzyme Cleansing Balm as my first step in cleansing for my double cleanse, and then the Outset Micellar Cleanser for my gentle cleanse. Dam the Citrus Glow Vitamin C for both hydration and antioxidant protection. The Dr. Idris for my dark spots, because let me try this again. Dr. Idris Major Fade for my dark spots. I need something for my dark spots for sure. Hydrating Mist Laneige, however you say it, cream skin. In Beauty, I just love this new eye cream. It's just so good. But I need my Dew Forever eye masks because they're holy grail status for sure. And of course my In Beauty Extreme Cream, because I can use this both morning and night. If I had to pick one lip product, it would be the Ole Henriksen Peptide Preserve Lip Treatment, the Lightsaber Tinted Mineral Sunscreen, Sophie Pavitt, this Mandelic, this acid exfoliant serum is incredible. I told y'all I couldn't pick. Astura and do Instant Angel for sure, holy grail status. And the Ordinary Barrier and Support Serum. I need that. I need my barrier. And then it all goes crashing down. So I hope that was helpful. And if you were shopping for any skincare for the Sephora sale, hopefully that answered some of your questions about what I would pick for each concern, for each step of your skincare process. At night, you do not need every one of those steps by any means. There are so many mornings where I'm like, okay, I'm tired and I'm lazy, and I use a micellar water and I add my sunscreen, because technically that is all you need. And then at night, skip out your sunscreen for a good moisturizer and you're golden. There you go. So that would have been a lot shorter of a video. As always, I will put everything down below. If you have questions over more specific who it's good for any of the products I talked about, or you're looking for a recommendation for something I didn't even touch on, just comment below. I'll be happy to help. And I will link up all of my favorites from every category of the Sephora sale as well in the description box down below, as well as on my Shop My. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week. Love you.